Hey, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome to another episode of Narcissu Zero Ends. After all, we are not going with Afterward first, but the Narcissu Epilogues. Because after all, it's a different thing than what we've seen in the previous episode, so let's go with it. With that, just like before, she started walking down the beach. Before, those feet had stopped at the water's edge. But this time they didn't stop. That was why I thought that was her answer. That's the ending from different Narcissu, actually. Yeah, because you taught me those first.
それでね、私も一つ追加しようと思うの。聞いてくれる?
And once again, raising one hand up, Tingy posed like an idol singer. Oh my god, that was the first Narcissu that made me cry, like totally. She told me. No, she entrusted it to me.
あなた、まだ誰にも伝えてないから。お願いね。
Saying that, she once again showed me a smile. She showed her smile to none other than me.
それじゃあ、さよなら。
And so, our journey of 960 kilometers ended. To me, it was 15 days' time. To her, it was the end of that 22-year journey. Yeah. Oh. Growing bored of the TV in the lunch, I was spending time in my room. There was nothing to do. Nothing I could do. Who was it? Maki-san again? While wondering that, the door opened.
Konnichiwa.
An unfamiliar woman said greetings while sitting down in a folding chair. And you are?
新しく7階担当となったヘルパーです。よろしくお願いします。
Blonde hair. I think I've seen something like that. Cheerfully she bowed her head. She still seemed to be new, but she probably had come to ask. The details, I skipped something? About the incident, okay. The details were known except to a few people who were involved, but within the hospital a fair amount of rumor had spread. Blonde hair. No. I thought maybe it's that the girl from the new part of the Narcissu that wasn't even before existing. But I guess no. Maybe. We'll see. At some point. They probably weren't doing it on our end out of idle curiosity, but a number of people came to me to ask. Do you also know about it?
聞きましたよ。例の件について。
I see. I'm sure that this person thought that I had done something irresponsible. Most of the people who I told this story to would just furrow their brows. That's why I didn't particularly like telling people.
節美さん、最後は笑ってくれましたか?
Eh?
もしそうなら、私も嬉しいです。
The harsh winter ended, around when button-down clothing would soon be uncomfortable to wear.
入りますよ。どうですか、お加減は。
Today seems to be pretty good. Despite having her own assigned person, this helper would often come to me. By the way, you knew Setsumi?
ええ。大学生の 時にもヘルパーやってたんですけど、その時に少しだけ。
I see. As she answered, she was calm, with a somewhat nostalgic expression on her face. Were you close?
どうでしょうね。あまり感情を出さない人でしたし。ただ、彼女のために何度かお祈りはさせていただきました。
Pray.
ええ、今でもお祈りしていますよ。
I think I know who that is. And that? For whom?
すべての人のためです。
Words without hesitation.
もしよかったら、あなたにも。
March. I saw the flower vase decorating the windowsill. It was the same flower as the ones we saw that day. She had said that it was rare to see them at this time. Even if you were speaking strictly the same, when I later asked, it seemed they were picked while blooming in the courtyard. Then why was it that at the time she had answered with Awajishima? She had said it was because I asked, but someone as knowledgeable as her would have known. They were grown at the hospital.
こんにちは。
And the helper came again today.
その花好きなんですか？
Something like that.
綺麗ですね。確か水仙でしたっけ？
Narcissus.
ナルキッソス？
Yeah. Apparently it's their scientific name. Of the family Amaryllians. Blooming in the winter. I'ma break your tongue when trying to speak that. Spell that, whatever. You can grow them from seed, but it takes a few years to bloom, so they are often found as bulbs. And, in the language of flowers, self-love. But whether any of that were true...
詳しいんですね。よかったらもっと教えてください。
Originally the word comes from Greek myth. May, when the thin sky before the rainy season spreads out. Under a light blue sky, my temporary discharge had apparently been postponed. It was supposed to be my third temporary discharge, so essentially it would be an indefinite postponement.
大丈夫ですか？
Yeah, I'm fine. More importantly, there hadn't been any new people coming here for 2 months. Perhaps the timing was bad, but already most of the people here have gone on. Hey, are there any new people scheduled to come here?
詳しくは知らないですけど、何でも半年ほどは新規の受け入れはしないって聞いています。
I see.
それがどうかしましたか？
Without a doubt, it was our fault. Then trusting you. I have one request.
はい、何でしょう？
This is something that originally has nothing to do with you, but... Please. I want you to pass this along.
それじゃあ、一度しか言わないから、しっかり聞いてね。
The rules. On the third temporary discharge, prepare yourself. There isn't a fourth. You won't be able to go home. When you want to run away, go not to a station A, but station B. Don't eat anything. That's the shortest way. It would also be the least burden on your family.
最後にもう一つ。もう一つ。残すものには笑ってあげて。
And so I was entrusted the rules. The still unseen true bearer. What's with that symbol? Surely will soon arrive. surely even if they leave my hands. Forever. They will be passed on.
眩しかった日のこと、そんな冬の日のこと。
Satsumi, Satsumi.
語り継がれるのだろう。
Atu's epilogue from the novel Narcissu first protagonist a few months after Narcissu 1. Oh, okay. The long winter ended and spring also passed. Early summer was soon to arrive. While it was extending, I have passed the rules on to someone I could trust. I was thinking all my duties have ended. The room here on the 7th floor had a strange visitor.
元気そうね。
Yura, from that time.
ゆかよ。覚えている？
Yeah, I do. Yeah, once you and Makia-san were together on the highway. She suddenly appeared. Once with Satsumi, we had met at the service station on the highway. Yoisho? She said while sitting down.
しかし驚いたわ。まさかあの時、節美と一緒だったとはね。
Saying that, the person who called herself Yuka shrugged. At the time, I also didn't know what kind of person she was, but most likely, she was a friend of Makia-san's and knew a lot about the hospital. So, Yuka-san, what brings you here today?
あなたもそろそろかなと思ってね。
She said that while her eyes moved on the fourth rib next to the bed. Yeah. That's right. The floor is supposed to change on the weekend.
じゃあさ、何かわがまま言いたい頃なんじゃないの？聞いてあげるわよ。どうせ最後なんだし。
But why you?
なかなか難しい質問するわね。ま、強いて言えば縁ね。
Fate?
ええ。どうやら今度は私の番みたいだからね。
You've got to be kidding. Fate and my turn. I had no idea what those words meant. Most likely, she had her own way of thinking about this, and there was just no way of knowing. So that's why, with that lonely face in front of me, I just said what came to my mind. Then, I'd like to go to the roof.
屋上？
Yep, that's right.
別にいいけどさ、飛び降りるつもりなら、あなたの体力じゃフェンス越えるの無理よ。
No, that's not it.
まあいいわ。それくらいならお安いもんよ。ついてきなさい。
Without any apparently unwillingness, Yuka briskly walked in front of me. Of course, I knew that there was a rule where patients were not allowed on the roof. Once I asked the rules, god damn it. When I once asked a nurse, she had refused on those grounds. Just how would we be able to get to the roof? While pondering that, we came before the elevators.
あれ？ゆかさん。
Makia-san came over.
どうしたんですか？こんな場所で。ちょっと彼に会ってみたくなってね。それよりマキエ、ちょうどよかったわ。屋上行きたいから鍵貸してよ。屋上って、まさか彼を連れてじゃ。ええ、ちょっとね。
Makia fell into silent thought. Wait, Makia, what? Is that the sister of his? I didn't know what kind of relationship these two had, nor did I know if Yuka had the authority to ask this of Makia. However, after a moment...
わかりました。今日は風が強いから気をつけてくださいね。ありがとう。それじゃあね。
Following Yuka, we stopped at the end of the hallway. More precisely, we stopped up the emergency stairway, at the large metal door that was always closed. I had never seen it open before, but most likely it was the entrance to the roof. For an instant, my vision turned white. Eventually my eyes became used to the light. Faded sky, high fence, many laundered sheets fluttering in the strong wind. The roof, a place that a patient would normally never be able to come.
ここは気持ちのいい場所よね。
Yuka-san, you've been here before?
何回かはね。以前は見舞いで毎日通ってたし。
Yeah. Beyond the fence, that was as high as the 7th floor's ceiling, strong sunlight made it feel like early summer. With the spring's warm sunlight and the rooftop's strong wind, her long hair straightened in the wind.
で、これからどうするの？
Nothing really?
はあ？何よあなた、張り合いないわね。言われた通りに屋上まで連れてきてあげたのに。
Sorry, I really just felt like coming here.
でも、いいわ。こんな天気の日は、屋上も悪くないし。
Saying that, she took out a can of coffee from her bag. There was the light sound of a pull tab opening. She started drinking with her hand on her hip, like she had just gotten out of a shower. Then she also handed me a can, taking the chilled can of coffee. I asked the question that I had been wondering the whole time. Anyways, Yuka-san.
何？
Why is that you are doing this for me?
話すとちょっと長くなるんだけどさ。かつて、私の親友のわがままに、あの子は付き合ってくれたのよ。
That girl you mean said to me?
ええ。そしてあなたは、あの子に付き合った。だったら、今度は私が、あなたのわがままに付き合う番だと思ってね。
She said that softly with a somewhat lonely expression. I wasn't able to understand her words, but I had a feeling I knew what she was trying to say.
で、ここ風が強いから、タバコの火がつきにくいわね。
This place prohibits smoking, right?
固いこと言うんじゃないわよ。
With a slightly impish look, she winked at me. And finally getting it to light, she gave out a big puff of smoke. For she seemed to be fairly similar in age to me, the occasionally pained expression she had made her definitely a mature woman. It somewhat resembled that helper from earlier. The air surrounded her, oh my god. The air around her seemed similar to the person I passed the rules to and said to me. As I thought of that and watched Yuka, suddenly this spilled from my mouth. Hey, Yuka-san, if you would, may I have one?
ダメよ。あんた病人なんだから。つか、今の状況でタバコ欲しがるなんて、どんだけヘビースモーカーなのよ。
No, I've never actually smoked before. Or do these kinds of selfish requests not count? Yuka fell silent. And then,
いえ、全然ありよ。
saying that, she pointed to the pack of cigarettes at me. The packet, actually. I'm pretty sure anything would have been fine. It's not like I particularly wanted to smoke. I think anything probably would have done. While being blown by the wind, the lighter finally lit. I sucked on the cigarette in my mouth, and I didn't know how hard to lit, so I really sucked. I have no idea how to smoke as well, goddammit.
バカね、当たり前よ。愛煙家だって久しぶりに吸えばむせるわ。
Is that so? Why was it that Why did I want to do this, I wonder? Choking on smoke, getting tears in my eyes. Just what did I want to do, I wonder? Did I think it would be sad for everything to end without experiencing it once? Or was it just a random thought? The exact reason I had no idea.
ねえ、苦しい？
Yeah, I'm done with smoking.
じゃあ、どうしてあなた、笑っているの？
Eh? To smile
煙
while
にむせ
drinking.
ながら笑うなんて、ちょっときしょいわよ。
Saying that, she faced me with a gentle smile. I see. I'm smiling. I am able to smile? A small murmur to no one in particular.
でも、ま、これも何かの縁だしね。あなた、どう頑張っても、あと1ヶ月ほどでしょ？
Yeah, most likely.
じゃあ、ちょうど仕事も暇だから、明日からも来てあげるわ。
Come see me? What have you been talking about? As my question, for some reason Yuka fell into thought.
メロンよ。
Melon?
それ以外の景品は受け付けないわ。
Just what are you?
ああ、車はいらないわよ。もう持ってるからね。
Yeah, that's true. And from that day, in the parking lot of the hospital, a red roadster could be seen. A somewhat peculiar visitor that suddenly came to me. Eventually became a familiar visitor.
よっ、元気そうね。おそらく彼は、その日が来ても、笑顔を向けてくれるだろう。そして私も、笑顔で送り出せるだろう。もし、最後の最後には泣いてしまったとしても、きっと彼女なら許してくれるはずだ。眩しかった日のこと、そんな春の日のこと。
Himeko. Hey. Hey. Alright, so that would be it for now. And I guess in the next one we are going with this afterwards, right? Because we have to go with that as well. Or maybe I will stick it with this video. I will see about it. So yeah. Hey, my name is PolishLynx, and as promised we are going with Afterword of Narcissu 0. Let's go. Let's see what is being said here. Again, on the beach, huh? Hello, Tomo Kataoka here. Thank you very much for playing Narcissu 0. It was originally a story written for the PSP version, so I called it Narcissu, but essentially I think of its role as consolidating Narcissu. I haven't played any of the Narcissus on PSP. God damn it. I should have. Oh no, because it was in Japanese, so I wouldn't even understand anything, yeah. By the way, the setting of the 7th floor in Narki, that is, the hospice, first began in Japan in the 1970s, and it apparently took the efforts of many people to get it established the way it is today. Alright, I often get asked if the setting of Narcissu was modeled after something. The model was Yodagawa Christian Hospital in Osaka. I was there for a long period of time. Story-wise, about half of it is fiction, and actually even the characters were modeled after people. In the novel and PSP edition in Archi 1, these two go after Sensumi and Atu by car. Yuka, Maki's daughter. Maki's daughter? She's a receptionist at the hospital. But by Maki's daughter you mean the guy or you know, the girl, his sister. Also in the Narcissu version, Maki does direct chased after Setsumi as they headed to Awajishima in the added scene. Setsumi's mom, Setsumi eating fries. Oh man. It brings back memories. Afterward, Maki's daughter and Setsumi's mom become quite close. Setsumi's mom, she's working at the lunchbox shop. Maki's daughter, now a regular here. And after Setsumi passed away, there was a single scene where Maki comes to visit Setsumi's mother. Well, that I don't know about. It wasn't in the PC version, right? Wait a second. Unless it was implemented in the 10th anniversary. God damn it. I will need to look into it. I'll put that here. I thought it was what was in the 10th anniversary was the same as we had, well, in first and second, which are free on Steam. I will need to look at it if that was, you know, created with more content. I don't know why I haven't done that before. I should have looked. And so it was the year after that child had died. Suddenly there was a voice at the front of the house.
Sakura, Setsumi-sanのご家族の方ですか?
そうですけど。
Turning around, I saw an elderly man. He wasn't someone I particularly recognized. What in the world could he want? More than anything, almost no one came to ask about her. After all this time, I can't imagine what it's all about.
失礼しました。私、蒔絵と申しまして。
蒔絵さん？
ええ。病院の医局長をやっております。
Hearing that much, the dots connected. The name Makie was an unusual one, so I could only think of one person. Of course, I had heard that her father was also connected to the hospital. Then this person was her father. I wonder if she's calm about his daughter. She had been coming almost every day to my house, and it was no surprise that a young girl's father would be concerned. That's what I thought. Surprisingly, he had something completely unexpected.
実はそちらの娘さんと約束していたことがあったもので。
娘ってうちの子、節美のことですか？
ええ。少しお邪魔させていただいてよろしいですか?
A promise to my child. But certainly I heard that Makie-san never had any direct contact with Setsumi herself. I wonder what connection her father would have. He said chief of staff. That must be an important position in the hospital. I don't really understand everything, but I let him enter the child's room. My daughter's room. Soon, it will be 1 year since the child died.
きっとお嬢さんが亡くなった時のままなんですね。
はい。なんとなく片付けるのが寂しい気がして。
ええ。お気持ちはわかります。
Then pointing the books on the shelf.
では、これは預からせてもらいますね。
While replying, he placed maps and guidebooks into a satchel.
ちょっと勝手なことはやめてください。
いえ、ですがこれが約束ですから。
約束？これがですか？
そうです。いつか引き取ると約束しました。
I didn't understand at all. I wonder what kind of exchange passed between this person and my daughter. In the case, they had some kind of connection. Of course, if that child had been promised, it must have had some kind of meaning. But even so, having her cherished things suddenly be taken away, I couldn't just accept it. Right now, for me, these precious things are all ties to my daughter's existence.
マキエさん、一つだけ質問ですがよろしいですか？
はい、何ですか？
その本や植木鉢はあの子が大切にしていたものです。それはご存知ですか？
ええ、もちろんよく知っています。
It was a short but steady tone of voice. I don't understand why he was doing this at all, or what he would do afterwards with the collected items. I don't understand, and yet, if he promised her and she consented, then there is nothing more for me to say. Before long, Makie-san had stuffed all the books and flower pots into the satchel, looking over his shoulder as he walked through the open door.
さくらさん、たまにで ちょうどいいんだと思いますよ。
With those last words he left. In the sky above, signs of spring. No longer a pale winter white sky, it was changing slowly to a deeper spring color. Soon it will be 1 year since she died, and even now, that girl comes here almost every day. Perhaps the time has about come. An unexpected visitor, seeing my daughter's room become empty. Suddenly I had that thought. What thought? Hey! Hey! That's not right! What the hell? What? Thought? I need to know the thought.
さく
ま
え
むす
え
I need to click through this.
えではいえ
約束
そうです。
マキス
はい
その本
さくらさん
Signs, okay. Deeper spring color. Almost every day. Has about to come. Become empty. I had thought. You had thought what? God damn it. It will be bugging me. It will really be bugging me. Basically, afterward would be connected to the previous episode. Definitely. I mean, the epilogues. And yeah. Well, that's not really how I wanted it to end. I mean, I don't know what's with the afterward. And it's bugging me. But I guess this is the end of the series. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. And we are waiting for the next Narcissu, which I don't really remember what was called. I hate myself for that right now, but I remember it will be a new story that wasn't in Narcissu series before, and I definitely look forward to it. So if you were with me from the very beginning of Narcissu Zero, I really hope you enjoyed it. And at least a bit love it. Because I really believe this whole series is worth loving, really. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. And see you in the next one. In the next video. Bye bye. If you want to get informed every time I upload new videos, click that annotation floating above the text, subscribe to never miss a video. To watch one of yesterday's videos, click that annotation around video on the left. Annotation around the cover of the game, which is located on the right, will get you to the playlist of the series that is currently being uploaded to the channel. When it comes to following me in other communities, all the links to these are in the description.